Listening effectively, not just listening, is something that will take a lot of practice. As human beings, it's not something that comes naturally to us. So if you find yourself struggling to listen effectively, please don't beat yourself up. Don't start thinking, I'm a horrible human being. Why don't I know this? It should have come with my DNA. That's not what it is. It's something that takes a lot of practice and intentionality. And this is why I'm shooting this video today. It's for people like you who really want to become better listeners, either to their friends, their colleagues, their spouse, their children. If you're that person, then sit down, because today I'll be sharing with you 5 tips to help you become a better listener. Number 1 is I need you to practice pausing. Now, why is practicing this very important? It helps you to take a breather and helps you to pay attention to what the person is saying to you. Pausing helps you to stop your mind from wandering around, from thinking about all the things you need to cook, all the things you need to do, and helps to bring you back into the present situation, which is the conversation that someone is having with you. So it's as simple as that. Pause. So when you find yourself wondering, pause and just think, okay, I need to be here. I'm listening to you. And if you find that maybe you lost one thing, you can quickly ask, oh, so what did you say there? Oh, okay. So that you're not just doing this. You know, a lot of you are doing this to something that you should be doing this to. Or some of you are saying, yeah, when what the person is saying has nothing to do with, yeah. Can you relate? Exactly. This is why it's important that you pause. Number 2 is I need you to stop trying to fix everything. You're not Bob the fixer. Can you fix it? No, that's not who you are. You need to understand that sometimes somebody is speaking to you not because they need advice, but sometimes it could be they just need a space to rant or to vent. You know, have you ever been in that situation where you just need to rant, you just need to vent, you just need to let it out? You know what to do, but at that moment you just want to talk. Yes, learn that oftentimes when people are speaking to you, they don't need advice. And imagine you're talking to someone and all you need is a hug and they're just giving you unsolicited advice. It nullifies the whole effect of everything. And this is why I'm saying to you that please, don't put yourself in a situation where you feel like I need to fix everything. I need to give advice. I need to talk about, how this has affected me in the past. No. If the person needs a hug, give them a hug. If they just need a space to just listen, let them talk, listen, and just, smile. This is okay. You see, effective listening means that we must understand how to effectively listen and communicate without giving what the person doesn't need. One thing I always say to people is you must learn to help people how they want to be helped. If they need advice, give it. If they don't, leave it. Number 3 is I need you to practice asking questions and not making statements. Okay? You must learn not to add your own words and not to assume when someone is speaking to you. So it's okay to ask questions like, what did you mean when you said this? Okay, somebody could be sharing information with you about maybe an abusive partner or a difficult partner or something like that. Instead of saying, I think you should just get out of that relationship, you could ask a question. Have you sought professional help to actually help you deal with this difficult situation that you're in? This way, you're not jumping to making statements based on the little information that this person has shared with you. One thing I do as a professional is when people come into my DM, I don't give advice. And a lot of people are really upset that why isn't she giving me advice in the DM? It's because I understand that when you're telling me a story, narrating a situation to me, that is not all that there is. And it is dangerous to begin to give information based on that quick thing that you have written. But when I sit with you over time from experience, I find out that the longer we spend together, the more depth I begin to get into the actual situation. Do you get what I mean? So it's important to know that when someone is speaking to you, don't be quick to make statements, but instead, as an effective listener, as a good listener, ask questions. If you don't understand and you need clarity, ask it. And if you think, oh, this is something that is a bit deep, prefer a solution that helps the person to get the kind of help that they need. Number 4, learn to take breaks, even if someone is talking to you, when you find that this conversation is causing a trigger. So, for example, you've been abused and someone is talking to you about, her experience with abuse. Instead of, just sitting down there and just thinking, no, I just want to take it all in. I just want to absorb it. When it is triggering you, take a break. It's okay to say to the person, you know what, I hear all you're saying, but is it okay if I take a quick break? Because, this is kind of triggering me a little bit. And you might find that the person is asking why. And if you feel okay to, you could tell them that, oh, I've experienced something like this before, and it just causes something. That way the person knows that, number 1, you're probably not the best person to speak to about this, or number 2, they understand that you need time to process all of the information that they're sharing with you. It doesn't make you a bad person, but what might make you look like a bad person is taking in information that you don't have the ability to handle. Not everybody is sent to actually help people in situations. I've had people who have come to me and said, well, I'm just tired of, we're saying the same thing over and over. And I said, it's possible that you've not been placed in that position to help people in that capacity. Instead, refer them to people or someone who can help. So if you find that a conversation is triggering you, please feel free to let the person know and take a break for your mental health. Number 5 is you must understand that you're not waiting for your turn to speak. You're not on a panel. You're not in court. Don't feel the need to always just jump in and start giving analysis. Don't feel the need to start sharing your own experience. You must learn to be present and validate the speaker. Don't begin to overanalyze everything in your head. Oh, so why did she turn left? Why did she turn right? Why did she say that? Take all of that out and be present in that situation. Validate the person's emotions in that moment. Even if you feel like what this person is saying is off, you must understand that there is a right time to actually talk about certain things, that what you're talking about is right will not have that effect if you're talking about it at the wrong time. Do you understand what I'm saying? So it's important that you understand that you're not on a panel, you're not in court, nobody is looking over your shoulder to see, oh, how did you handle this? No. All that person needs is someone to speak to. And as they're speaking, please learn to validate their emotions. Don't overanalyze. Don't begin to assume. Don't begin to cut and sew and join. And just learn to validate, listen, and just be present in that moment. Ladies, this is all I've got for you today. I really do hope that you found this helpful. Please understand, like I said at the beginning, listening takes a lot of intentionality. It doesn't happen overnight. Don't beat yourself up if you find that you're still struggling. One thing I normally advise is take it baby steps, okay? When you're speaking to someone today and you find that you need to play the role of a listener, remember, okay, what can I do? Let me learn to pause. Start from there. Once you master that, move on to the next one. I'm not trying to fix everything. Move on to the next one. Just learn to go at the pace that works for you. At the end of the day, all that matters is that you're making an effort. And if you are consistent with making that effort, even if it's with baby steps, I promise you that at the end of the day, you'll be grateful, you'll be glad that you did. Thank you so much for watching today's video. Once again, it's Remy, and I'll see you at the next one. Bye-bye.